Ding, ding. You know who it is, the one in the alley, the triple, the G.O.D. Live on Team GRF TV as always. I'd like to welcome you guys back to another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks on Yo. Kamen Rider Build, episode 29. Ding, ding. Because indeed, the opening bell rings, and oh man. Alright, let me set the stage for y'all, right? I would like to congratulate Japanese Big Worm. Because the only Japanese Big Worm can win a game of Peggle, hire an orchestra to play Ode to Joy. So, your losing prize for telling the world you won something you lost is you win a game of Peggle, you sit up here and have hashtag Bloodstock did it, put a whole bunch of bottles in the Pandora's box, creating a video game called Pandora's Tower, because that's an actual video game on the Nintendo Wii. You should play it, a really cool RPG, but regardless of that, this is not a way to properly take it out. Because look, let's just be 101%. Let's remember how the proxy battle went down. Me time that stand. Sat up per one his. The Juggernaut bitch took a L because he felt sorry for somebody else and lost. And then Rabbit and Tank won the day against Dark Alucard, and it was supposed to be over. But you really thought this was going to be over after 28 episodes? You're dead wrong. You're dead wrong. So, setting this stage of the following. L's, catching L's. I'm bringing the L song back, cause them Sato boys, they went and took a L, and then they killed old dude, he took an L. L's, catching L's. We see how Japanese Big Worm takes an L. You kill a whole bunch of people, then send some new people through, because we ain't giving up jack shit. Now you got 27 full bottles, and now you created a tower in the middle of the world. Well, technically Japan, but you understand what I'm saying? Cause everybody in the show is catching nails. That includes our hero, they catching nails. But that's just how you gotta be to put things over. Cause hashtag Bloodstock did it, putting in that word too, and even he caught him there. But we'll get to that. So, L's, catching L's. Everybody in the show is catching a L. 12 letter of the alphabet, and you know who it is, and you know what it is. And that's your two. That's the L song. Okay, so, thank you, L song, for establishing where we are right now in this crazy show we call Kamen Rider Build. I always appreciate you, L song, that I came up with you one day on some random stuff. L song, I love you. 12th letter of the alphabet, be praised. The one and the only Professor L. I want to shout out to my fam, Minister W out there, preaching, telling y'all about these L's, preaching these W's, helping y'all deliver yourselves from the evils of catching L's. Thank you, Minister W. Regardless, back to the lecture at hand, right? This was an interesting episode, for real, because it answered the question of where do we go from here? Well, you don't handle taking an L like a man. That I just love when this show does the job of showing you what happens when you use tactics properly. A perfect tactic is not filming the proxy battle, keeping it a secret, so then you have control of the media and can tell Entertainment Tonight and all of CNN and Fox News and CNBC and keep naming stuff that they hate Trump on to say, we won, they shot the BB gun, you hold this L, we finna come through and take your land and shit. And it's just like, he who controls the media controls the day. And that is crazy to think about when you think about that in the reality in which we live. Like, I may say dumb things, But think about who our president is. And I ain't saying nothing about. I ain't saying nothing. You know, D. Treasy. That's my nephew. Real talk. That's my ninja. Like, yo, I'm like, I'm gonna say this, and this is where we're gonna begin and end. Donald Trump is the magical classical example of what happens when you underestimate your enemy. You couldn't have told me over a year ago that Donald Trump would be the president of the United States of America. But when you underestimate your opponent and you don't give them the respect they deserve, carpet from right up under your ass. And we have just watched an example of the carpet. You sat up here and we talking about OG leader of the Great Squad sitting up here like, I want to be honest. But at the same time, you know, Sato Man wanted to be honest too. And Bloodstock did it, killed your ass. So there is no honor among nobody. And that was also brought up in the episode of Japanese Big Worm while he's sitting up there while little Japanese Big Worm get him a back massage. What I thought was mad gay was, I don't trust you. Like, I appreciate you got all this Martian stuff, but I don't trust you. Look, like I said last review, and I'm going to say it now. You really think that you got Bloodstock on a leash? I'm like, our man who was Kamen Rider Rogue, Dark Alucard, thought he had him on a leash. No. No one controls Bloodstock. Bloodstock do what Bloodstock feel like doing. So if Bloodstock decide he gonna kill Japanese Big Worm, guess what he gonna do? He gonna murk his ass. You really, cause like I said, one of two things is gonna happen. Either Japanese Big Worm is going to become around long enough to become this season's Time Lord dad, or Bloodstock is going to kill him. And whether it's ultimately that Bloodstock that kills him, or little Japanese Big Worm that kills him, because that's also a possibility of him sick of him giving him back rubs and feeding him fish to say, I'm sick of this bullshit, motherfucker, I'ma kill your ass. I'll wait. Because that's what we are right now in this show. That when it comes to this warfare is no one can be trusted. People are going to do whatever they feel like, shed whatever blood they gotta shed, and whatever's going to be is going to be. Again, this show proves what is real life fact. War ain't easy. War is taxing. War is hard. War is loss. War is doing. And the people who are going to survive to the end of this war are going to be the doers. Either Japanese Big Worm gonna step up and do something so major that he gonna become a real credible threat, more of, my name is Japanese Big Worm and I run Number Heavy Industries and I have my hand in every cookie jar that is a cookie jar in the country of Japan, which has been split in three, that I will ultimately own. And then I think about this. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that for later, because I'm gonna you. If you thought I wasn't gonna talk about that, I am. The thing is, at the end of the day, this show sits at a weird place when it comes to the forward march of what happens next. Anything and everything is possible simply because Japanese Big Worm won a game of Peggle. I want to play Peggle. That's the whole time Old DeJoy was playing while everybody is getting administered these fucking L's. All I wanted to do was play Peggle. I don't know what that says about me as a man, but I love Peggle. You would think we're talking about Kamen Rider Beer, wouldn't be talking about Peggle. Here we are talking about Peggle. Peggle's crack rocks. Like when I played Peggle back in like 2009, Peggle was crack rocks. Peggle was crack rocks. Peggle still is crack rocks, I'm assuming. I don't know how much crack is the rock, but Tyrone Biggums could probably tell me if I could find him if he wasn't drinking Red Bulls. But regardless of that, The rest of this episode, nuts. Because see, now we've got a whole new problem to deal with. And we discussed it. Japanese Big Worm controls the media. Japanese Big Worm was smarter than you because he outthought your ass. That even though you won, you still gonna hold the 12th letter of the alphabet because I'm Japanese Big Worm, bitch. Whole L's. So you hold this L of winning even though you taking an L when you thought you won but you lost. This is more levels of just weaponizing L's, dog. Like, how could you agree to fight a problem? Like, cause let's remember, the last time we had a fight on an oil platform, the whole world watched it. How do we go from a whole world watching a fight on an oil platform to we having a proxy battle in a gym that no one sees? 0 people see this thing. Even though Sato Man was trying to be honest and be like, yo, man, I lost, bruh. It's over. No, Bloodstalk did. Hashtag Bloodstalk did it. Killed your ass. Japanese Big Worm can be you anytime he wants. This is fucking crazy. What does this mean for our good guys? If you wanted an even more complete face turn of me tying the stand, you got one. You got one. Because after all of this, after all of the face turns and face turns and face turns, our big battle of today was the full face turn of me tying the stand. You got our boy Sento Kiryu doing what Sento Kiryu does and actually being, level-headed. We got the Juggernaut, bitch. I want to run around and punch things. We got me tan to stand. Yo, my friend's dead and my other friend's gonna die if I don't do anything, so let me do something. And me tan is just like, well, I'm me tan. I'm me tan. I am an idol, blah, blah, blah. I don't mean that. I love me some Sora. You guys know this. I'm just being dumb. Don't mind me. We got this. OG leader of the Gray Squad, his hands are tied. He can't do nothing because it's like if this fool sneezed wrong, he gonna start an international incident. And this is not, this ain't lethal weapon. I got diplomatic immunity. Nah, if the Kamen Riders walked up in the hood, there's gonna be World War 39, and then you skip the other 37 world wars up to that point. It's crazy. Math is weird. Just ignore me. Just ignore me. Ultimately, say Sento balls $1 from OG leader of the Gray Squad, which we don't figure out what that dollar was ever used for, but I'm assuming it was paying for Metan services to get Metan to stand to fight alongside them for real, even though you've been doing this for episodes. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. This show is nuts. This show is nuts. The fight was off the chain. Like, yo, my buddy, whenever you henching, I'm a henching, my buddy. Here's some full bottles with me. Let's kill some people. Even hell bros can't fuck with our teamwork, cause we're buddies. It's you and me and the Juggernaut, bitch. And it's like, okay. Full face turn. If you didn't believe me, full face turn was for real. We got a new opening after 29 episodes. But when you think about how the show opened in the previous episodes, I've been waiting for like a new OP for like ever. You would think every time somebody switched sides, betrayed somebody, I shake the fool or anything, they would change the opening to reflect this. And I love the new OP. I love it. I just love it because, be the fuck, all right. Okay, I'll just check something. But yeah, new OP, full face turns, all Nina. But that's not why we're here. All of that precursor. Me to understand, I'm just, it's like when I sit up here and I'm trying to gather my words for what I'm about to say next, it's hard to find words because this is a show where a Japanese man won a game of Peggle. Another Japanese man put bottles in a box and is starting to build a Wii video game. We're talking about a show where, taking L is just every day when you take an L because you've been outfought by an old man, and the main common writer of this show is supposed to be an intellectual genius. But genius does not equal tactical fortitude. I remember this. Let me tell y'all a story real quick before we get to the end. Back when I was in high school, there was some girls who thought they were better than everybody else because you make straight A's. Yeah, you make straight A's because it's easy to write things on a paper. Practical application is how you will be judged, and that's where you fail. Just putting that out there. I ain't sitting up here trying to dredge up old wounds. Those people doing their own thing and I'm doing mine, but that's what it remind me of. It's like it was these girls who thought that, you think you better than the one and the only because you making straight A's. Your practical application is nothing. And I remember when I said that to one of them, huh? Exactly my point. What you write on the paper don't mean jack. Can you actually do something with what you've been given? Who knows? Oh, by the way, I'm ready to say that thing that happened. Oh, there's a real girl inside of inside of swimming pools, and her name's Bernard, and she's the queen of the fucking Mars, man. I didn't know Mars had a queen. I didn't know. Well, now think about all those Daffy Duck cartoons, that kind of makes sense, right? My name is Vernage, and I am the Queen of Mars. Really? This is gonna be fun for the show to explain that our girl swimming pools this whole time has been channeling the Queen of the Mars. Now I'm just being dumb. I'm just like, we had to get to this point sometime. We had to. It was something the show ultimately needed to do. But it's like when I think about like how fast paced the show has been with everything that is done, like right about now, some explanation would be nice. A nice episode of reflection of how the hell did we all get here because some man went to the moon and took a box he had no business. It'll be nice to get some clarification. And you can get it from the Queen of Mars, bruh. We got those. We got Queen of Marses. I wonder what this ultimately means, and I'm also trying to figure out how hashtag Bloodstock did it is going to factor into this. Because that's the question you always have to ask, because Bloodstock know. You already know what it is, and don't pretend that you don't because you do. Because it is what it is. Just so that you know what it is, that what it is what it is. You know what I mean? Look. Ding, ding. That's an episode. This show is crazy. This show is magically crazy in a way that I love very much. Just keep it 1,000. This show is magically crazy in a way that I love so much. That I just love when bad guys get the upper hand just because you outthought the good guys. Did none of y'all think to bring a camera phone, bro? For real? I'm just like, Japanese Big Worm been ahead of the game before the show started, and it's crazy that he up there with Bloodstock. I don't trust you, but Bloodstock gonna stab you in the back first chance he gets, so I hope you enjoy. Like, I know that younger face is cool, but man, I love this older face. Yo, little Japanese Big Worm, give me a back massage, no homo, and it's like, this dude is a goon. And I'm like, yeah. I'm just like, come on, are you serious right now with this? Yes, we are very serious with this, the show says. And I'm just like, whatever. Look, man, y'all go ahead and get up out of here, man. Yo, the one and only show with G.O.D, man. Hey, let me see. I'm trying to check something real quick before we get up out of here today. Yeah, I got the Sentai popping off later, so don't worry about that. I got you. Don't worry about it. I got the cops and robbers. So, don't worry about it. I got you. Don't worry about it. Okay, let me see. Because I was looking to check a thing, but I wasn't able to check the thing. So I can't find it right now. But we'll be back a little bit later. With some Sentai. I know I got some stuff to catch up on. We still in the catch up spectacular. So we going to do what it is that we do. But scat, skittles, kabobble. Remember, and always do, triple the G.O.D. Coming right to build. Max slavery on. Okay, how do I do this now? Because, see, it was cool when it'd be like, yo, best match, are you ready? And say no, but then all the full bottles are disappearing, and now I need to think of something cool. That's my homework assignment. I'm going to think of a cool new outro. I have to now. But for now, let's run it back. Triple the G.O.D. Coming right to build. Max slavery on. Super best match. Are you ready? Come on. Y'all know by now. We're 29 episodes in. You are not ready for me. I'll holler at you guys next time, man. Peace out. Gonna go work on that new outro now.